Brigadier General John Brooke's brigade, which is part of General Richardson's division in the 2nd Union Corps. Well, the 2nd Corps arrives on the east side of the creek on the 16th. They will camp there, and about 8:15 in the morning of the 17th, they will be ordered to cross the Antietam Creek down below, south of the Pry Ford, and move basically west, approaching what will turn out to be the Sunken Road, which is where the combat takes place. They are in the 3rd wave of the attack on the Sunken Road. So at that point, the Confederates are pretty well beaten. However, just as that's ending, the Confederates attempt a counterattack on the right flank of that Union line, and these regiments, 2 of them critical, end up rotating 90 degrees to face west to face this Confederate counterattack, which was totally unexpected because it comes over the high ground, which is not visible from the Sunken Road. One of the things about the Battle of Antietam is it's very hilly terrain, so you lose sight of people really easy, or people show up where you don't expect them to show up. So they end up rotating in response to a Confederate counterattack, and that's critical to stopping the Confederates. The Confederates then retreat back further west, roughly to the other side of modern 65, which is half a mile further back. So one of the things that comes about on the Union side is the predecessor of the dog tag, which is what this is. They were sold by Sutlers, who was a merchant who was licensed to sell things to the soldiers. And they were called medals in the Civil War. They were blank on one side usually, and the sutler had a toolkit, and the soldier went up to him and said, I want you to stamp in this my name, my company, my regiment, my hometown, patriotic motif, whatever. And the sutler did that, and the soldier paid for it, and he wore these. And so it's a voluntary thing on the Union side. This is an example, this is a modern reproduction, but the real ones like this were made by Scoville Brass Company, which used to be still in existence, starting in the 1850s. And when you get one of these, of course, you have the name and the regiment, so you can research the soldier. I have one of these that I've researched who belonged to a soldier in the 9th New Hampshire who went across Burnside's Bridge as a private carrying a musket. His father was serving with him in the same regiment. And in 1892, he was trying to get an increase in a pension based on his age, but he didn't have a birth certificate. So in his pension file, there are several letters from other members of the regiment saying, well, we all knew Ira really wasn't 18. He was a big kid for his age, so maybe he was 16, which led me to research him in the 1850 census, and I found him, and in 1850, Ira Adams is 2, which means when he's going across Burnside Bridge as a private in the 9th New Hampshire carrying a musket, he's 14. Now, how many stories like that are there in all these regiments on both sides?